Engage. This one was not written by Melon Bread. In case anyone was wondering. This is actually by Andrew Boyd. And this scenario it was actually in the 2018 Shotgun Scenario Contest. Although props to the author, he went back, because normally the word count is supposed to be 1,500, and I was reading it, I'm like, man, this one's kind of lengthy and in-depth. And he actually notes that he went back in and edited it to kind of give it some oomph. But it's a good one. So, folks ready to get started?
I mean, that's what we're calling it. Yeah, sure.
Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, Jeff.
What?
It's middle of the day. It's a weekday. Pick a weekday. Your favorite weekday.
Thursday.
All right, it's a Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday afternoon. Please introduce your character and tell me what they're doing for work on a Thursday afternoon, presumably.
I don't know. Did you assume that we were all in one area?
Yes, I assume you are all likely East Coast, likely DC metro area, Quantico, Baltimore-ish area.
Okay. Probably, filing reports on some kind of investigation.
Okay. And your character is?
A federal agent, Roberta Fielder.
Roberta Fielder.
No, Fiedler.
Fiedler. Agent Fiedler. That sounds... It's an interesting name. Anything in particular Agent Fielder is filing a report on, or is she just at home base? Where's she located?
I have no idea at this point. I haven't gotten that far.
All right. Good to see you've done your prep.
We were eating donuts.
Priorities.
It is apparently National Donut Day per Daniel. For all I know, he's lied and just brought 24 donuts because he wanted someone to share donuts with.
Hey. He brought donuts. Just be grateful.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. He didn't have to make an excuse. He could bring 3 other fat guys donuts, and we would probably eat them.
Hey, I was going to say, he could just be an asshole and is feeding the diabetic donuts.
I am validated by the interwebs, so...
So anyway, end of your workday, filing reports. You're somewhere in that area that I've specified that you've not given me an exact place for.
Correct.
Excellent.
Thematically appropriate area.
Yeah.
It's 3 something in the afternoon.
Okay.
Your special phone rings.
It's the one with the Hello Kitty sticker.
Spoilers.
Agent Fiedler.
They give you a name of one of the local airports, which I can't give you because I don't actually know where you're at. And they just say, Helipad 2, go now. And
On it.
click. So what sort of excuses do you have to your fictional boss that you didn't actually give me anything that I can run with, so you improv it all, you prick?
No, nothing. Just leaves a stack of paperwork sitting and walks out the door. She hates doing paperwork.
Just like the T-1000 just stands up and walks right out right through the door without even opening it.
Yeah.
Smash. All right. Well, Troy, would you like to introduce your character and tell me what you're doing?
I am Randall McLam,
Okay.
special operator out of Langley.
So you're at, what are you doing as part of your day job at 3:30 or so in the afternoon?
I probably am prepping for the next thing that I've been doing. So expecting to go out on another op.
All right. Gun range, gym,
Yeah, gun range.
practicing Aikido. Okay.
Hip hop keto.
Hip hop keto. Excellent. Fucking sakes. Okay. Your special phone rings.
You invited me here. What did you expect?
I don't know.
You've known me for 10 years.
I don't know. I don't know why I expected anything. Your special phone rings.
Yellow.
Airport now.
Got it.
Helipad 2.
Okay.
Any excuses you need to make, or are you just going to walk off the gun range?
Yeah, no. Yeah, just go.
All right. Apparently nobody gives a fuck about their job.
Welcome to Shotgun Scenarios.
I understand that. I was allowing you to embellish your character a little bit if you wanted. Shame on me. That way, maybe the audience cares a little bit about these people. Daniel.
We're playing Delta Green. Like, one of us probably is going to die. Why should they care?
Nope. I think in this scenario, you all live, but you all feel bad about it.
Well, that doesn't make me feel good.
Daniel.
Yes.
Who are you?
Agent Dixon, Jarvis Dixon, from Martinez, Georgia.
All right. And you are... What are you doing at 3:30 on a Friday? Or on a Thursday, I mean.
I am brushing up on some required annual training to defensive driving at the federal course.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Your special phone rings. Same sort of instructions.
Confirmed.
Okay. Anything you've got to do, or you just drive off the range with the car that you're currently in?
Cuts to the right to the face.
You're all
The river and through the woods. No.
You're all fucking like automatons, just straight to the adventure. I'm pointing out that ultimately one of the greatest things we ever did was a bullshit improv thing that Jeff did. So just trying to live up to those moments.
No, I'll
Well,
probably.
there was a little setup behind that. We knew to think about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll probably feign that there's something wrong with the car, something mechanical. Cut my driving short and.
Brakes are a little squeaky. Off to the shop. Drives through the fence. Excellent. Gotta fix the bumper now too. Beep 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 beep. Okay. You arrive at the helipad. Do you know each other?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Letting you.
We
sort
picked
of.
these characters out of a folder, so
Just curious.
How old are you guys? Or are you guys?
I am
37 female.
Female?
31 male.
So you're around my age. So
Your name was what?
Jarvis Dixon.
Jarvis Dixon. Yeah, sure. We've gone out for drinks a couple times.
Fair enough.
Previous op that we had to collab on.
And that, like I said, whatever you folks would like to do.
I like to think with a sanity that as low as mine that I've probably seen some shit. So yeah, I've definitely been on ops before. I mean, literally, it says under by POW nervous. So
That's what you want. You want your guy using the high-powered rifles and explosives to be nervous.
That's why he carries the big gun.
yep. Shoot first.
See this hand? Steady as a rock. Yeah, but I shoot with this one. Yeah, you guys get hooked up, helmets, belts, whatever. Blades were already turning by the time you arrived at the airport. You arrived within a few minutes of each other, and the second you are even remotely strapped in, that chopper is cleared for takeoff and is airborne. You turn, if I remember my geography right, northwest.
Where are we going?
The pilot, because presumably you're patched into the same headset. Roanoke.
Oh.
So I believe
Do you
Roanoke's
know why we're going, or are we waiting for somebody to tell us?
I got to get you to Roanoke Blacksburg Regional Airport. Shouldn't be in the air for very long.
Where did you say we took off from?
I don't know. You guys didn't specify. Somewhere in the DC area.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Where you
I'm
said
guessing Virginia.
you said north, and I'm like, okay.
Oh,
I don't know either.
maybe the pilot's lying.
You only asked him where he was coming from. You didn't ask
Maybe
the
the
two of
pilot's
us.
a deep one.
I mean, I expect as much.
You see him suddenly open the door and jump out while you're 15,000 feet in the air.
Why does this always happen?
Oh, no, not again.
Picked a hell of a day to stop sniffing glue.
Anyway, short jaunt by copter, cleared through. You guys land. You see some people wave you over towards a hangar. There's you're ushered into a small meeting room where you see a middle-aged African American woman surrounded by a literal pile of disposable styrofoam coffee cups. She has one in her hand. She's stirring sugar into it as you walk in.
You been at this a while?
You're late.
Blame the pilot.
When was the last time you went to Disney World?
Are you asking us as people or as characters?
It's your new code phrase. I'm trying to come up with a new one. I'm involving you all in the role play.
Huh?
What? Is that the coded response? Because it's a shit-coded response, Jeff.
It's a shit question.
That's the point of a coded message.
I thought, oh God, what are they doing in Disney World that we have to go? We have a
That's where my mind was like,
scenario.
They going to Disney World?
Cody jotting down ideas for the next scenario.
That's how you get a cease and desist.
Yeah, we don't want to fuck with the mouse.
No, I was giving you a chance to make up a new call and response.
I'm thinking.
All right.
I prefer Kings Island.
Ouch.
Damn.
Yes, for a response.
It's a response.
Yeah.
It wasn't humorous, but it's a response.
All right, well, enough out of me, guys, tonight.
All right, fair enough. I thought there was comedic fodder there.
There probably was, but I'm too tired to find it.
All right. We will continue then. She introduces herself as Tanya Moore, the case officer for the operation. You notice that as she's speaking, she is downing coffee, at a pretty good clip. She seems quite calm given everything, but you get the sense that there is tension in the air. But you don't notice it in her behavior or the way that she speaks. It's a good thing to have backup. I don't have much time. We need to get to the scene. It is an active shooter situation. The Hollins Police Department received a call about screams and gunshots from the Emrys household at approximately 1:26 p.m. this afternoon. The circumstances escalated to a hostage situation. Kevin Emrys has taken his own children hostage and states that he intends to kill them and then himself.
What was the word that they called people that were on specific watch? Like they go on the list for DG and they keep an eye on them because they're, what was the term that they used for that?
Friendlies, assets,
Vectors.
vectors.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that this gentleman is a vector, considering this isn't local PD being handling this.
He's considered an invaluable asset to the program, and we need to take him alive. About a little over 3 weeks ago, Kevin Emrys started making some internet searches with specific keywords that are flagged that he shouldn't be aware of. At that point, I was tapped, being somewhat local, to begin tailing him, and have done so for the last 3 weeks.
How many children?
2 children. I think it's Amber. Yeah, Amber, 16. Tyler, 12.
No mother?
Mother was not home at the time. She is at the scene.
Name?
Mom's name is Stephanie.
What were these key words that he's been searching that sent a flag?
She lets you know that it's Simaria, Nakatsis, and Sanchan. All words I'm 90% sure my players don't know, which is some of the fun of it.
Nakatsis?
Yes. Nakatis.
Nakatis. Well, that changes it.
Smaria is a location, isn't it? Smaria. Does that sound familiar?
There's Sumeria.
Maybe it's what I'm thinking.
I have inserted myself into the hostage situation. I am officially commander At this moment, I've taken over control. I have intentionally understaffed the crisis and the response in order to bring in federal assistance. So she kind of waves her hand vaguely to the three of you. You are the experts that the program sent to de-escalate the situation and make sure we can bring our guy and his children in safe.
Why is it that those terms are flagged?
They're keywords. They're words he shouldn't be searching.
Program specific, I take it.
They're potential vectors.
Okay.
Hypergeometry, yada, yada, yada.
Is anybody on location? Perimeter been established?
Oh, yes, no. SWAT teams are on standby. We've got medics out there. We're trying to keep it from being a zoo. I'm trying to keep it hush-hush, but I would not be surprised if the media is already en route. It's really important we get back there. I just wanted to give you the most important tips before we arrived. If you all are good to go, she escorts you out to a squad car. The second the three of you, technically I guess the four of you, jump in, she literally peels out and begins flying down the road. Anything the three of you would like to do, ask, say, discuss, etc. She lets you know you've got 25, 30 minutes.
So, this guy's an invaluable resource to the program. What was he doing before this that he shouldn't have known these keywords?
So Kevin Emrys, I think is the name I'm going with. Yep. Kevin Emrys is a software engineer. I'm trying to see if I can find the name of the company or if it's written or not. Generic tech company. I'm trying to see if I have a name. I don't think I do of where he worked. What was the rest of your question?
What was it? I mean, what was he involved in for the program that he shouldn't have access to these keywords?
He is not. Kevin Emrys is not a friendly.
You said he was an invaluable resource to...
We believe he could be an invaluable resource. Those are key terms he should not have access to.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he was an unknown.
I thought you meant he was in too deep in whatever he was doing. And,
nope.
Okay.
Until 24 days ago, the program had no knowledge of this man.
Okay.
But those keywords put him on a watch list, which they then tasked me with keeping an eye on him.
Okay.
What's his motive for taking his family hostage? Did we try to make contact?
He is asked. His only demand thus far is that we allow him to, quote, rightfully kill his son. He's asked permission.
Oh, that's not good.
He said rightfully kill his son?
Yes, because it's the right thing to do, apparently. His son Tyler is wrong and obviously not human.
Okay.
Any other questions for Agent Moore?
If we've got to get him out of there alive, do we have any kind of tranquilizers?
I can request some, but no. SWAT team is...
Right.
The
But
local SWAT team's itching to kill.
Right. But you're trying to avoid that. Do we
Yes.
have some way to pacify him?
Not that we've discovered so far. He's not provided a list of demands, just stating over and over that
I don't mean his demands to pacify him. I mean chemically pacify him.
Or taser.
Wing him.
We can
Taser, non-lethal rounds, something.
I can ask. I don't have
Flashbangs.
I'm sure SWAT's got some stuff we can use.
You want to drive towards the big thing with the shotgun, Jeff? I'm giving you the big thing with the shotgun. Go in there and shoot them kids.
I mean, father knows best.
Yeah, well, if this Tyler is not human, I might have to.
Wouldn't be the first time we tried to shoot a kid in this game.
Yeah.
I believe we succeeded on a few occasions, too. I think other Daniel shot a bunch of kids. Well, maybe they weren't kids, but whatever those things were in Impossible Landscapes. They were like children. Maybe they were children.
Can't count anything in Impossible Landscapes to be anything sort of human.
We were definitely sort of human. Lots of baby teeth. As you're going down the road, you hear a cell phone chime, and more.
What's the ringtone?
Oh, what would it be? That is true. We do have a habit of making. It's "I Will Survive."
Okay.
Oh.
I feel like that's a solid one. She answers. More. Go. No. Fuck. No. You hold. No. I don't care. What did he say? He didn't say anything. Do not do anything until I get there. And she slams the phone down. Fuck. And you see her reach over and flip on the lights and stomp on the gas.
Escalation?
Yeah, he just shot his daughter in the leg. We're about 5 minutes out. The SWAT team wants to go in before we get there, so be ready to go.
Anybody got any first aid?
About that much.
So base?
Base, yes.
Yep, base.
No, I should have picked a nurse.
Yeah.
You gotta be federal agents.
I said I recommended you be federal agents. You pull up. You clearly have driven through town and out into the country. The household stands at the edge of a pine forest. You could tell it's distant enough that the nearest neighbor's probably a mile or so away. The house itself is a 2-story monstrosity of stucco, just too small to qualify as like a McMansion. A nice house. You can see that the driveway, surrounding areas, ditch, anywhere that there can be are cars. You see TV cameras, police officers, paramedics, and SWAT all standing around. You see a woman with a blanket wrapped around her shoulders sitting in the back of an ambulance with a paramedic. And you can see some sort of tent has been erected to provide privacy. Some sort of small, like 12 by 12 command tent is kind of erected in the yard.
Quite the affair.
The second the car stops, and you see more flip off the siren and the lights, turn off the engine, and she says, "I'll take care of them. Be ready to go." And she pops out of the car and immediately goes running over to start yell at local PD. Mm-hmm. TV cameras swivel towards you to begin to shoot B-roll footage, or perhaps, actual footage, depending on what you do as you all jump out of the squad car.
You guys want to head for the tent and get the lowdown?
Yeah.
I'm going to head for the ambulance with the mom sitting in the back.
Good idea.
Okay, let's see, where do we want to go first? We will go with tent team. So it's Agent Dixon and Agent McLam?
Yes.
Is that what it was? So Dixon and McLam, you go into the tent. You can see some local Keystone cops, no signs of feds. It looks like sort of a regional SWAT team. You can see that there's someone in a SWAT team outfit arguing with a local cop. Chaos is sort of ensuing. You can see that there's a big fancy connected phone right in the middle on a table. Otherwise, it's just like any other hostage negotiation movie you've ever seen. They are bickering and arguing about what to do. What do you guys want to do?
Federal agents, we need a sit rep now.
You got a skill that will work for you there. Just curious if you've got any
Persuade?
persuade, bureaucracy. You don't necessarily have to roll it. What's your score?
I got 50 in persuade, 60 in bureaucracy.
Oh yeah, no. You know a way to walk in and command a room. So no issues there. No need to roll. They sort of snap to out of their arguing. I say yes, we did have a single gunshot from inside the room. Attempted to call in. He let us know that the daughter had been shot, and he said not to approach the house or he would continue firing on the children.
Do we have any actual confirmation that he shot the daughter?
Not at this time.
Who's been lead negotiator thus far?
Agent Moore has spoke to him prominently.
Okay.
Are you guys the hostage negotiators?
We are.
Okay. They sort of step back. It's your shotgun scenario.
Is this the phone they used to make contact with him?
Yes. You see classic 80s action movie tech guy in the corner, probably bald. with a tie loose as he spins around in a swivel chair, because that's usually how it happens. He says,
Cigarette hanging out of mouth.
yeah. He's like, it's tapped right in. His cell phone works, although he doesn't pick it up every time. I don't know if he's nervous or what. He seems to fuck around with his phone. But we've tapped in. We've already talked to the cell phone company. Right now, the only calls coming in or out are through this phone.
Where in the house are they?
Where do we want to put it? You probably have like a living room towards the front, but a dining room is usually more interior. So we would say, every once in a while we'll get a glimpse through the living room window, but they seem to be barricaded in the central part of the house in like the dining room / kitchen area. We've got a couple of guys around the back where there's probably like a back porch, a patio or something like that, double doors, French doors leading out. But he has told us to stay back or he'll shoot one of the kids. Again.
Okay.
Are we aware of any ways in that would not arouse obvious suspicion?
I mean, just at a glance, you realize that it's kind of a well-manicured, high-to-do place, so it's not like it backs right up to the woods. Like, it's got a nice 3/4 an acre, maybe even an acre and a half of, like, cleared land all the way around it, so it's very exposed. Maybe as it gets dark, you might be able to do something like that, but it's 5:30, 6 o'clock, you know what I mean? It's still light enough that any approach would be obviously seen from the windows.
I'm going to walk over to the local PD that's in the tent there.
Yeah.
What's the story on this guy? Does he have a previous record, history of domestic abuse?
No. We've got nothing on him.
What's his profession?
He was a, what did I say? A programmer, I think. Software engineer.
For?
I never found the
Generic
company.
software.
Yeah, generic software company.
Immerse me, Grady.
Dynoflux with 2 X's. DYNOFLUXX. Dynoflux. Dynoflux Logistics Inc.
And there have been no attempts yet of anybody to try to get to that towards the house, go towards the house.
Anytime that it's noticed that we've approached, he's waved the AR-15 through the window, so we've been careful to move fast.
Yeah, I feel like there's 4 sides to a house. If he's in a
Go get him.
central location, I'm just saying.
Go get him. Give the order. Your game.
I'm gonna
We'll make this a 45-minute episode. Let's go.
Do we know of any home security?
I read a bunch today, so let me look. I don't think so.
No cameras, no invisible fence for the dog.
What did we say it was Thursday?
Yeah, it's Thursday.
I'm going to ask the local PD to contact Dynaflux. Give us a rundown on his history at work.
Yeah, we
what
can
he's
work on
been
that.
doing lately.
Yeah, no, we can.
Colleagues.
We can run that down for you, unless you want to run it down yourself. But otherwise, they'll ask some questions. Okay, they will work on that. Jeff, we'll
Yes.
move over to you since they seem to have exhausted their questions for the moment.
Okay. I head for the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
I will talk to the paramedic at the ambulance first. Ask her him, her, whoever it is.
Yeah.
Ask for a jump bag, one of the bags they take
Sure.
on scene with them.
Yeah.
And ask her to load up 2 syringes with borderline dangerous doses of fentanyl. I didn't ask your fucking opinion. Do it. And I need your jacket.
I mean, I like it. It's bold, Jeff. I do feel like you're asking them to potentially give you enough tranquilizer to, like,
They got a horse.
to fucking kill a horse.
Or a proto-elder god.
I'd let you... Yeah. Because, let me tell you... The jump bag is no problem. The jacket is going to be a bit of a push, but the fentanyl, I feel like you're gonna have to...
Flash badge.
Because that's how the FBI works.
Just do it quick.
She sort of looks at you strangely. Would you like to make any sort of persuade roll, Jeff?
I can.
or a bureaucracy to try and convince them that this is definitely legal?
You got that nurse today.
40 under 50.
Okay. She will work on that for you.
And I will talk to the wife.
Yeah. She seems remarkably collected. Like she's not a gibbering mess like you might expect with literal gun to her children's head.
Sorry, I'm looking at scores. Roll human. Or I got a 60 in human. Do I need to roll it?
No. Ask your questions. Knowing that you have a 60 in human is useful because it's a pretty high score.
I want to know what kind of problems they've been having as a family. I want to know what he has been into at work. I want to know what she does. I want to know about anything that he may have been working on at home.
No, he hasn't. He lost his job a few weeks ago, so he hasn't been. Kevin hasn't been doing a lot. I feel like this is almost like a midlife crisis gone wrong, I guess. I don't know. He's been very strange the last few weeks. Oh, there. Finally found the name of the actual company. Initiative Systems. Dynaflux Logistics sounds cool, though.
It does.
I knew it was in here somewhere. Yeah, no, he's, like I said, he lost his job. He's had a pretty, noticeable change in behavior. Been pretty uncharacteristically immature, spending recklessly, coming home drunk,
Coming home from where?
wherever he goes during the day. I don't know.
What year is this?
It was written in 2018, so we'll say that, it's ish. Don't
Okay.
get hung up when suddenly I don't know the exact ages or things of people, but it's modern time.
So the family tracking family tracking software isn't a thing?
No, I mean, yeah, you could have family tracking software, but she doesn't have it.
She doesn't have it. Yeah. Okay. What about yourself?
What about me?
What do you do?
Housewife, predominantly.
Predominantly?
Yeah, I mean, I do a few things here and there, but nothing. Volunteer at the school, volunteer at the library. Maybe pick up some odds and ends jobs here every once in a while, but pretty rarely.
Have you seen any signs of anything that would point towards your husband saying that your children are not human?
Like I said, he's been he's just been very odd the last few weeks. He's never been abusive. In fact, he barely paid attention to his children for most of their lives. Yeah, it's just acting irrationally.
Are the guns new?
Yeah. Again, I thought it was part of the midlife crisis.
Reading anything on human?
Do you have psychotherapy as well?
I do not.
Okay. You do get the sense that with a 60 in human, you do get the sense that she's hiding something, but you can't really tell what it is.
You could probably tell that.
Yeah. Depending on how this turns out in the end, if it comes out later that you were withholding something, it's going to fall back on you.
Let's go ahead and
Give him a persuade for that, at least.
yeah, no. Let's make a roll with a bonus die.
Oh,
I mean, you've analyzed it correctly. It's just how that tone plays out.
that's either a 21 or an 11.
Both are very, very good.
An 11 would be a crit.
Yeah,
She
under 50.
she suddenly just completely breaks down, sobbing. Like she begins losing her shit. We'll go back to the tent real fast. What are you guys doing? You come up with anything?
I think it's probably best if we wait until he's done interviewing the wife before we try to make contact.
Yeah, I think having some of her intel, some insight is going to be needed before we proceed.
I'm just going to make sure that they hold the perimeter and make sure SWAT stays off their trigger fingers.
Okay. You do get the sense that they are pushing.
Yeah.
They're pushing real hard. The local cop does come back up and says, "Yeah, no. Looks like he lost his job about 3 weeks ago. Big house like this, maybe guys, losing it. You hear a lot of things about people getting their houses repossessed. Maybe that's what we got going on. I don't know."
Did his company say why he was fired?
Apparently gross incompetence. They made it seem like the man forgot how to do his job.
Interesting.
Record beforehand?
Seemed like he was fine. They didn't say anything. They said it just sort of came out of nowhere. They provide you information if you'd also like to call them. I don't know if you want to do that, but...
Yeah, I do.
Sure. You can call Dynaflux Logistics.
It's Initiative Systems, remember?
Yeah.
They recently got bought
A
out.
division of Dynaflux
Yeah.
Logistics.
Corporation.
Yeah, I'll call.
What's your score in bureaucracy?
Not good. Some might say base.
Let's take a bureaucracy roll then to see how you can fight through the red tape with HR.
Oh, Lord.
That's like the mind flayer of fucking Delta Green.
That's kind
It's
of
gonna be a minute.
correct. That's still not good. Yeah.
You haven't even got through the robo answering yet.
Okay, you're gonna be on the phone for a minute. Anything that you'd like to do? 'Cause it sounds like HR is gonna tell you to fuck off.
No, I'm going to head actually towards the ambulance.
Okay.
While he's handling that.
You hear a screaming woman.
You hear she's sobbing uncontrollably, screaming things like, "It's all my fault. It's all my fault. It must be all my fault." Are you happy? You have a hysterical woman, Jeff.
I do have a 30 in psychotherapy, so it's something.
Okay.
That would be the role to calm her down because she's losing her fucking marbles. It's all my fault. I've killed my kids. I've killed my husband. What have I done?
Yeah, I mean, if you're coming up,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm to the point of smacking her, so...
Apparently, Jeff's playing a real aggressive, bitchy special agent. Does it say, like, short fuse on your character sheet or anything?
It says oblivious, so I'm assuming she doesn't see social cues.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah. That's one way to play it.
Nice.
Would you like to use psychotherapy?
Yeah, I'll
Agent
walk
Dixon?
into the scene at the ambulance and be like,
You see her, like, tapping
She
the
grabs my arm as it's pulled back.
back. I saw this in a movie once. We really, really, really have to stop making horrible jokes about slapping people.
Fiedler.
Agent Fiedler, have we secured medical supplies for the insertion into the house yet?
Have I got the jump bag yet?
Sure, yeah, you've got a jump bag.
Holds up a bag. Where's my coat?
I just assume as you walk away, you just take the coat that's hanging on the back of the ambulance.
I'm going to try to slide in between Stephanie and Agent Fiedler here.
Stephanie, right? I don't think I've introduced myself yet. I'm Jarvis Dixon.
Yeah, she's
Have you tried smacking her yet?
She. I just love the fact that this is like, you know, a late 30s, early 40s woman just saying, "Yeah, just hit the shit out of her." That's what we do. Yeah, go ahead and roll psychotherapy. See if you're able to calm her down at all.
17 under 30.
Ooh, fancy.
Nice.
Yeah, no, she calms down quite a bit. She's like, yeah, no, it's my fault. This is happening. I should have known. But I had to tell him. What else am I supposed to do?
Tell him what?
So Stephanie admits to having an extended affair. She's been cheating on her husband for 6 years. He didn't react when I told him, but I mean that's why he's doing this, right? That's why he probably thinks Tyler isn't his son. I mean,
How old's the son?
12.
Okay.
You would notice the incongruity.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he just like everything else that I've ever said or talked to him about, it just rolled off his back.
You mentioned he had some issues at work. Did these start around the same time that you admitted the truth?
I told him a couple of months ago. I mean, he lost his job, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. I mean, I assume maybe it's just eating him up. He never was really... He's always a pragmatic guy, never very emotive, never very expressive. I mean, marriage is about more than those things, you know, but still.
Well, our primary concern is the safety of not only your children, but also Kevin himself. So,
Yeah, he needs help.
thank you for telling us the truth. Is there anything to your knowledge that might help us in this situation?
So she lets you know that Amber was always seemed slightly scared of him, but Tyler idolized his father. You get the sense that it is as she sort of talks about the experience and everything else, you get the sense that it's a fairly loveless household and a fairly loveless marriage.
I'll mention to Agent Fieldler to step out of the ambulance with me. Thank you, Stephanie. We're going to do everything we can.
She nods. The helpful paramedic is handing her some tissues or something.
I think we've got enough to at least...
Hang on, and holds out her hand to the paramedic.
I don't think I can give you drugs.
Yeah,
like,
you can.
Are you a doctor? Like.
If I'm able to get in there and I have a chance to get those kids away from him, I need every advantage I can.
It's persuasive. You're convincing the paramedic to break the law.
I am the law.
And again, I love this late 30s Roberta.
Yeah.
I am the law. Sure. Why not? She hands you 2 syringes. Fuck it. It's
I didn't get them from you.
See what happens.
that?
Cut back to the tent. The phone rings. Everybody in the room looks at Troy.
Like the phone rings?
Yeah.
I mean,
Split the party. Let's isolate.
I mean, I honestly don't think that my character
Come on, man, you're a federal agent.
combining like the nervous bit, like he's gonna look at that phone and like cold sweat starts. Jarvis, he calls out.
Would you like to make a sand roll for helplessness?
I'll pick up the phone. I don't want to make a sound.
You don't want to make a sand roll, you coward.
My sanity is 40.
Yeah, I mean, 40% chance. Sure, it's fine. Anytime it's 40% chance of rain, it always rains. You'll definitely roll successfully. Special agent, is there any chance we could, my list of demands, you know what I'm saying? Had any luck with those?
We're making progress. We're working on it.
Whoa, dude, who are you?
I'm Agent McClam.
Oh, Agent Fuzz. Who the hell are you?
I'm Agent McClam.
What? Where the fuck is Agent Moore? Like, she's supposed to be talking to me. I don't know you. What are you doing? Like, is somebody surrounding the house? And you can hear movement around. Are you all? You better not be coming in. I'll shoot him just like I shot her. And you can hear, like someone scream in the background. You can hear a little boy scream.
There's nobody coming to the house. There's nobody approaching the house whatsoever. We're just here to talk.
Talk about what? What do you know? You don't know me, man.
You're Kevin Emrys. You have 2 children.
That's what they keep telling me. That is not true. That is not true. I don't know what the fuck that kid is. He's not mine. I don't even think he's human. I should shoot him. Let's just shoot him right now. Let's just take care of him.
What leads you to believe that he's not your son?
I mean, have you not? Have you seen him?
I haven't. I mean,
like it's not possible. There's no way he's mine. Since you guys have relevant information, I feel like you can enter the scene now and see cold sweat on the phone.
I assume this is like where you can hear it, like through the system.
Yeah, they probably have. Yeah. You point to the balding '80s tech guy with the cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and he hits a button, and now you can pick up other phones or whatever the hell they do in a hostage movie.
Could we please talk with the daughter to make sure that she's okay?
Yeah, no, she's cool, man. She's cool.
Well-
But I'll do it again. Like, if you don't listen to me, I'm in charge here. You should know that.
We are listening, but you said you have shot her, and I just want to make sure that she's okay.
Yeah, she's fine. It's not bleeding that bad.
Okay. I'll like signal to one of you as like mouth help.
What's his name?
Kevin.
Kevin. Kevin, this is Agent Fiedler.
Wait, how did you...
Oh, there's several people listening.
Wait, but how do you... Whoa. Like, how does that work? That's not how it works.
You ever had a landline phone?
Yeah?
So you know how you can have two people listening in different rooms on the same line? It's the same type of thing.
Oh.
What year do you think it is, Kevin?
You hear like... You know how
Okay, so
when somebody's ruffling with the phone,
Yeah.
like you hear some rustling noises, like the phone isn't being held quite appropriately.
In the bushes?
Okay,
Yep.
Kevin, what's first thing on your list? I'm just on the scene. I haven't talked to too many people yet.
Well, I was telling the other guy, like it's getting late, and like I don't know, like Whoppers.
Well, I
Like,
can
not the candy man, like the burgers.
Yeah, no, I can do that. But since your daughter's been shot, I have to have her checked out before she can eat.
I don't know, man. Like that.
Hey, do you want a Whopper?
I know, but she's fine. She wants a Whopper Junior.
Does she like cheese?
I don't.
Why don't you ask?
I don't know. Do you want cheese? I assume you're trying to listen to see
Yes.
if you hear her respond. You do not hear any response.
I'm grabbing some local PD and see if they can make a Burger King run, apparently.
Yeah, no, you could round up some people. They're looking at you like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, no, she doesn't want cheese. It ruins the Whopper.
What about your son? Well, what about? I would not say your son. What's the kid's name?
Tyler?
Tyler. What about Tyler?
Like, yeah, because Jeff was about to make the situation more
Yep.
unstable.
I caught it.
No, like, hey, man, like, shit. I mean, I'm just gonna shoot him anyway. Why does he need food?
Well, see, I have to cover my ass here. I have to make sure that everybody is taken care of.
Oh, you got to report to the man.
Damn right. See, I'm on your side, man. I'm trying to get you what you want.
All right, he said a Whopper and onion rings.
Does he want cheese?
Do you want cheese? And you can hear some mumbling in the background. Yeah, he wants cheese. Yeah, Jeff, what do you think about all this information? All right, well, call me when the burgers are here. And he sort of he fumbles with the phone and it hangs up. You have some information. You figure out what the fuck you want to do with it. What was your? It was your persuade or your humant that was high. Your humant was high. You got to him at 2 points. That you don't know why, but you definitely connected to him when explaining to him by talking about it like a landline, and you absolutely got to him about doing it just to cover your ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, for whatever's that worth, I'll let you guys talk about your next strategy. As you send local PD, they're like, Burger King's like on the other side of town, man. It's going to be like 20 minutes.
Turn the lights
I didn't
on.
ask your fucking opinion. I said go do it.